didn't recognize him. He cut his hair. Oh, really? Yes. He's got to be. Yes. I think it's Ghana. He cut it from him. He had it at his funeral. Oh, did it? He didn't. I didn't recognize. He waved at me and says, "Man, you tell me he waved at me." I didn't recognize him. Then it dawned on me who it was. I'd like to call the Butte-Silver Bowl Council of Commissioners regular meeting for Wednesday, February 1st, 2023 to order. Clerk call.
12 present, 0 absent.
12 present, 0 absent. Commissioner Sorich, could you please lead us in the prayer and the pledge?
Thank you, Mr. Chief Executive, fellow commissioners. Almighty God, we implore you, look upon us and guide us this night as we make decisions which will greatly affect our community of Butte-Silver Bow. Direct our thoughts, words, and deeds so that we please you and best serve our fellow citizens. Amen.
Next, we'll move to the approval of the minutes. Commissioner Frederickson.
Thank you, Mr. Chief Executive. At this time, I move to approve the minutes from the January 18th, 2023 regular meeting and the January 25th, 2023 special meeting.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Is there anything on the question? Could commissioners please vote? And would anyone like to change their vote? Clerk, please record the vote.
12 yea, 0 nay.
12 yea, 0 nay, motion passes. Motion passes. Next, we don't have any items that are not addressed on the agenda tonight, so we'll move on to the Chief Executive's report. I want to just congratulate the Butte High girls and the Butte Central boys last night on their crosstown rivalry wins, and actually congratulate all the kids that participated in it. Yeah, we saw some really incredible talent last night, and it was fun to be back in the Civic Center cheering on our kids. I want to remind the commissioners, if you guys have comments on that demolition, our permit or grant program, please get those to me. I haven't received anything from anybody yet, and next week we want to make sure that we're moving forward with that. I want to have something that we have that we can move forward with. So please get those to me in a timely fashion for us. Other things going on, we are monitoring closely the legislature. There's many things that are going on over there. Some things that can positively impact us, some things that might negatively impact us, and so we're monitoring closely. There's a lot of things that have to do with zoning and lot size and things like that are getting thrown around a little bit, and so we're watching closely with it and having our department heads and the Jim Cambich watching it for us. I will be going over on Monday testifying for House Bill 355. This is a really good bill that potentially would allow the counties to have infrastructure money that's going to be dictated to the local counties to designate for projects. It could be upwards of $9 million for Butte-Silver Bowl, the way the bill is written. So it could be a positive things for us. So if you want to get on and do some easy reading, get on to legislative bills and take a look at some of that stuff. But House Bill 355 from John Fitzpatrick, who represents out of Deer Lodge, and he's proposing this, and we'll go over and be a proponent for House Bill 355. I also want to wish Bill Anderson the best of luck, as I know he's going to go out and have a successful medical procedure, and so our prayers are with you, and we want to wish you the best. And so with that, I just wanted to put one more note out there. On the 15th, I will be doing a State of the Community address. We're still gathering a little bit more data, and I want to make sure that we give you guys an accurate account of what's gone on over the last year and what our goals are for next year. And so that will be part of the Chief Executive's report on the 15th. So with that, I'll close the Chief Executive's report, and we will move on to any public comment on any item on the agenda tonight. If you'd like to speak on any item on the agenda, please come forward, state your name, address, and the item you would like to speak on tonight. Seeing none, we'll move on to Section 1, bid openings, public hearings, and/or presentations. I just want to note on presentations tonight, the DEQ had some illness in their operations and the people that were going to present today, so we are going to hold that, and so when that comes forward, we will hold that, and we'll have it at another time. So first we'll move to public hearings. Number 1, communication number 2023-35, Captain Doug Conway, Law Enforcement Department, requesting Council of Commissioners concurrence to hold a public hearing for February 1st, 2023, for the purpose of a budget amendment to accept DOJ Edward Byrne grant of $20,141. And it looks like Sheriff Lester's in tonight. Welcome, Sheriff.
Did you want?
Oh, yeah, do we have proof of publication?
I have reviewed it and it appears to be in order.
Thank you, County Attorney Shea. Now, Sheriff Lester.
Mr. Chief Executive, members of the council, this is a public hearing on a request from the Law Enforcement Department to accept a Justice Assistant grant for a little over $20,000. This is a grant that we've received over the past numerous years, Generally, it's used to upgrade our computers in both our offices and our vehicles.
Thank you, Sheriff Lesser. Is there any questions of commissioners? Seeing none, I will open the public hearing. I'll call for proponents. First call for proponents. Second call for proponents. Third call for proponents. Next, I'll call for opponents. First call for opponents. Second call for opponents. Third and final call for opponents. I'll now close the public hearing. All right. Moving on to presentations. I don't know if we need to make a motion to hold this. We'll just keep it on, or kind of, yeah. I don't think we need to make a motion on this.
Well, I think
hold it?
at this time, you're just holding it in abeyance for next regular meeting?
Yeah, well, until we can get it scheduled to the 15th.
Oh, until you get scheduled?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a motion would be in order.
Okay. So we have communication number 2023-59, Amy Steinmetz, Waste Management of Remediation Division Administration, requesting Council Commission for the time on the agenda for DEQ Project Manager Dave Bowers to discuss next steps of Montana Pole and Treatment Plant Superfund Site, Montana Pole, and answer questions that the commissioners may have. Commissioner Frederickson.
Thank you, Mr. Chief Executive. As you alluded to earlier, Mr. Bowers was not feeling well this week, and he requested to have this this presentation for February 15th. So at this time, I'll move to hold this presentation for the February 15th Committee of the Whole meeting.
We have a motion and second, but I think the February 15 meeting would be a regular meeting, not a Committee of the Whole meeting.
Oh. That was the...
So you want to move it to the Committee of the Whole, to hold in the Committee of the Whole for a presentation to be later determined on the 15th?
on the regular meeting on the 15th.
Okay.
Whatever's best.
Gotcha. We have a motion and a second to hold this. Is there anything on the question? Could commissioners please vote? And would anyone like to change their vote? Clerk, please record the vote.
12 yea, 0 nay.
12 yeas, 0 nay. Motion passes. Next, we'll move on to Section 2, Consent Agenda, A 1 through 4 and B 1 through 16. Do we have any friendly amendments and or segregations? Seeing none. Commissioner Frederickson.
Thank you, Mr. Chief Executive. I move to approve Section 2 of the consent agenda, A 1 through 4 and B 1 through 16.
We have a motion and a second to approve tonight's consent agenda. Is there anything on the question? Please vote. And would anyone like to change their vote? Clerk, please record the vote.
Twelve yea, 0 nay.
12 yeas, 0 nay. Motion passes. Moving on to Section 3, ordinances and or resolutions introduced to judiciary. We have three resolution number 2023-33, 2023-34, and 2023-35. Please note them that they're sent on to judiciary. Moving on to Section 4, ordinances and or resolutions for second reading. Clerk, please read the caption.
Council Bill number 2023-1, ordinance number 2023-1, an ordinance amending chapter 12.04 of the Butte-Silver Municipal Code B-SB and C, entitled Construction Within Public Right-of-Ways, and specifically amending section 12.04.290, entitled Violation Penalty, and providing for an effective date herein.
Commissioner Frederickson.
Thank you, Mr. Chief Executive. I move to place resolution Council Bill number 2023-1, ordinance number 2023-1 on second reading.
We have a motion and a second to place Council Bill number 2023-1 on second reading on the question. Could commissioners please vote? There we go. And would anyone like to change their vote? Clerk, please record the vote.
12 yeas, 0 nay.
12 yeas, 0 nay, motion passes. Moving on to section 5, ordinances and resolutions for final reading. We have one tonight. Clerk, please read the caption.
Resolution 2023-2, a resolution authorizing the hiring of SMA Architecture and Design, SMA, to perform design and construction oversight services for the City County of Butte-Silver Courthouse Restroom Renovation Project in accordance with Section 18-4-306 MCA and providing for an effective date herein.
Commissioner Frederickson.
Thank you, Mr. Chief Executive. I move to place Resolution 2023-2 on final reading and passed, having been deemed fully read at length.
We have a motion and a second placing resolution 2023-2 on final reading. Is there anything on the question? Commissioner Fortune.
I just have a comment. I don't think we should do that. I've listened to it's crazy to me that the $400,000 project is costing us $90,000, probably more if you add in the first $80,000. It makes no sense to be into a project $160,000 and not done anything. And pretty much every architect I deal with, their fee is 10%. And if we're sticking to the $400,000 budget, we're almost at 25% for SMA. It seems stupid for us to not put an RFP out and see if we can get a better deal.
Thank you, Commissioner Fortune. I will say I know that some of this is designed for the full restoration that doesn't encompass just the project that we have the funding for, but I do hear what you're saying. Is there any other comments of commissioners? Could commissioners please vote? And would anyone like to change their vote? Clerk, please record the vote.
9 yeas, 3 nay.
9 yea, 3 nay, motion passes. Okay. Moving on, we're go to calendar and other meeting events. Please note the dates of all the items on the calendar. And next we'll move to any public comment on any item not on the agenda tonight. If you'd like to speak to anything not on the agenda tonight, please step forward, state your name, address, and what you'd like to speak about. Seeing none, I would take a motion to adjourn. Okay. Yeah, we have a motion and a second, but I have a comment, Commissioner Shea.
Very quickly, could you tell me where the Fire Advisory Committee meeting is being held? It doesn't have a location. I think that's because it's moved between locations.
Yeah, I am not positive. Commissioner Sorich, do you know where the Fire Advisory Committee may be at?
Going to be at the Business Development Center in their boardroom.
Okay. So that, please note that it's going to be in the Business Development Center. I know that there was discussion at the last one, making it more accessible for the firefighters to be able to get to, and then and for everybody to be accessible to. So thank you for that. All right. We have Commissioner Callahan.
I got a comment. I just was wondering who made that decision, and was it a committee vote or?
Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, Mr. Callahan, I think we decided that at the last meeting because we were talking about having it out at the EIC. We're trying to make it, or out at the emergency
operating center. Yeah.
Yeah. The
I know it was discussed, but I don't think there was ever a decision made amongst the board.
I'll talk to you after the meeting, but I think it was. I think it was decided because we decided that.
Okay. Well, currently, I think that's where the location has been set, but if something changes, we'll get the word out. Okay? All right, we have a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting. All in favor, signal by aye. Aye. Opposed? This meeting is adjourned. And once again, best of luck, Bill.